So, call for an uprising. Welcome to today's show. I've been covering the 5G technology for quite some time, and one of the things I want to cover is this newest advancement in technology, which we all knew was coming eventually anyway, with 6G technology, because, we have the 5G rollout coming. It was supposed to be January 5th. I covered that. And of course, they said that there were no plans to halt it. Then after I did the video, they did say they were halting it and changing the date. But from what I read, it was supposed to be around airports only. But they haven't even made it clear if it was just around airports only. Some people are saying, well, the big rollout now for Verizon and AT&T is January 19th, which of course is 9/11 inverted, which you can't make up how ridiculous they are. And it's just so obvious. All the time, everything just matches up, and people just think we pull it out of our rear ends, just trying to create some type of conspiracy when they just constantly are doing things by the numbers, through mind control, through repetition. So I will cover that probably before it happens on the 19th. But let's talk about this advancement in 6G technology and why it is extremely dangerous. I'm going to show you a really important clip which will summarize this, which will make you understand it even more clear than I'm stating it, about the advancements in technology with humans and the merging of the two, which is something obviously I've been warning about for quite some time. Many have been warning about it for many years before I got on YouTube, and now it is here. Okay, and this has to do with the magic potion, with people being able to connect to this type of technology. And you're probably seeing in the background on your screen the 6G advancement in China, where this stuff is so ridiculous when you really think about it. When you look at it and you go, oh, wow, why do we need this? But this is the type of crap that they use to convince these absolute imbeciles, mainly the dorks out there who are obsessed with download speeds and things like that, that they just go, oh, this is wonderful. They even don't believe in radiation. They don't believe in anything that can harm them. They literally probably think you could put your head inside a microwave and you'd be perfectly fine, because they can't see anything. They think that everything's great, that the government would never do anything to harm anyone. So the big concerns with 5G and 6G are obviously the massive amounts of radiation and everything else, the magnetism, all of the stuff that you possibly think of as far as radioactivity in the air, but also what's going to come as far as technology, which I'll show you in a second here. But this is the type of stuff that makes me pull my hair out when I see it, because I always mention this with technology and how they just do stuff like, hey, you can download the Lord of the Rings box set in 10 seconds. Whoa, this newest discovery in China, this newest advancement or breakthrough in 6G, 206 gigabytes per second. You can download box set movies in 10 seconds as opposed to what, 10 minutes? Oh my goodness. Don't worry about anything else with radio waves or anything. This is so much better. And the people just go, yeah, it is. Oh, because they don't have patience for anything anymore. Right? You see how some people drive sometimes? You're just like, you're not going to get much further by going 80 versus 60. You might save 25 seconds at the end. You're going to hit a light somewhere. People are in a rush to get nowhere. The same with this type of crap, where people just think it's further advancement. Now, this is the dangers of 6G before I get into what they've discovered and what this leads to as far as America goes and the world, because China is ready to be the... look, China is where it's at as far as the end times here. We see that the video I did yesterday with the fake sun, and really? And now with 6G, which we know they already have the capability, but they're going to be the ones who roll it out first, and it's going to be an absolute nightmare for their citizens. But take a look at this video with 6G.
Radio communication turned its first page when Marconi transmitted the first radio signal across the Atlantic. With the endless frontiers of wireless spanning 5G, we start wondering what 6G would be like. 6G will serve as a distributed neural network for future intelligence of everything. Network sensing and native AI will become two new usage scenarios to fuse the physical, biological, and cyber worlds, leading to an era of connected intelligence. 6G will provide universal high-performance wireless connections with speed comparable to optical fibers. Terabits per second peak data rate, up to 100 gigabits per second user experience rate, and sub-millisecond level transmission the sky. Or in outer space. 6G will accelerate full-scale digital transformation of vertical industries. In future automated and flexible manufacturing, precise localization and deterministic communication will be provided to support real-time interaction between collaborative robots. Everything new network architecture is also considered necessary to enable massive machine learning and knowledge sharing among robots. 6G will continue the journey of connected everything initiated in 5G, but with larger variety of devices, new human-machine interfaces, higher density of connections, and native trustworthiness. 6G will integrate sensing with communication in a single system. Radio waves can be exploited to see the physical world and make digital twins in the cyber world. Such capability offers autonomous driving vehicles ultra-high resolution and accuracy in all weather conditions. What's more, high precision localization and gesture recognition will truly free our hands and make art creation anywhere, anytime. 6G will boast its native AI capability. Deep edge architecture enables massive machine learning in a distributed and collaborated manner. Robots can thus harmoniously work and play with humans. Meanwhile, end-to-end machine learning will also be leveraged for customized optimization and network automation. 6G is the next horizon of innovations. The ambition of our 6G vision is to make our planet intelligently connected, sustainably developed, better protected, and full of vitality in all walks of life. 6G, the next horizon, from connected people and things to connected intelligence.
One of the key things mentioned in that clip was the journey of connecting everything. And of course, you saw that they used the pyramid. What a surprise, right? I mean, unbelievable. But the journey of connecting everything, right? Intelligently connected. Those were trigger terms in the clip that they talk about what they'll be able to do with 6G. Now, the more that people go and boost themselves, the more that they're transforming, humans will be able to connect on this network. They will not need watches and phones and those types of things because a certain something in them will make it so that they can connect with these waves that are coming from specific towers. Does that make sense? They talk about machine learning in that video. They talk about the next horizon. They talk about the cars, the driverless cars, which I've mentioned for many years as well, which will be on a 6G level of technology. Could it happen on 5G? Yeah, I mean, we already see it happening, right? We see driverless cars driving, even Pizza Hut, or Domino's, one of them, has a driverless pizza delivery company, or pizza delivery truck, I should say. We're seeing that, but as it becomes more and more normal, they're going to need more bandwidth, they're going to need a larger network, so that literally everyone will be driving in a driverless car. They'll take the ability of humans to drive themselves away because they'll probably come out with story after story about humans. Oh, the car, and in reality, car accidents, texting and driving is probably more dangerous than the cough or the common flu, if you catch my drift. They don't mention those statistics until they need to. And then when they need to fear people away from driving, because they want people in the driverless cars, then they'll start gearing up that type of mind control, talking about how dangerous it is to drive and the rates, and they'll put every news story will be about that, so people will think that there's an increase in it, and then people will go, we really need to get out of the cars and give control to the technology, right? And people will be safe, except for people like me, who will get driven off a cliff if I ever get inside one, I'm sure. But these zombies will think it's wonderful, not realizing that they're giving up even more control, just like with these electric cars, where they're giving up more control because you can't go as far, and you need to go and charge up, and you literally won't be able, you won't have freedoms with that. You'll have minimal freedoms. You can go 100 miles within a radius and have to, it's unbelievable. You won't be able to have gasoline even in your trunk, it's unbelievable the amount of control that they want, but we know that that's what they want. It's unbelievable the amount of control people are willing to give up because of mind control, but these people are so stupid it doesn't matter, right? Just like that clip. They talk about 6G. The clip I played earlier in the video on top of me talking. They talk about 6G and they talk about how fast you can download and how fast we can do everything. They don't mention anything about your health, right? Because they don't need to, because this is a silent war. They don't need to mention the radiation at all, because these people don't even believe it exists. They're like, that's, yeah, maybe, but you know, aren't they gonna, the ones who are releasing it, aren't they gonna have to deal with it? Oh, you don't think that they're taking certain supplements and things like that to combat radiation, or wearing certain things on their skin? Of course they are. There's certain supplements that have been removed from the shelves that Amazon and all these companies have removed because the FDA told them to get rid of it, that help battle that help fight against radiation. I wonder why, right? Just like other supplements that battle a certain something soft metal nano that they don't want out there as well. Some things like NAC. Well, I won't get into the details because this is about the 6G and this not, they'll tell you it's an advancement in technology, but it's not. This is the demise of the world. This is the demise of humans. This is the merging of technology and humans. So the high-tech lab in China claimed that it's made a breakthrough, which you see in next-gen communications technology. The lab was working on a special government project on 6G tech in association with Fudan University and the nation's telecom giant China Mobile. The world is yet to see the potential of 5G and how it could change our world, which again, it's already here and it's already functioning, but the rollout is really going to be big here on the 19th, if it hasn't already been rolled out on the 5th, which again is up for debate. I mean, some outlets, which you can't trust any outlets anyway, said that the delay was just going to be around airports, and then others are like, oh, they haven't rolled it out yet. It's going out on the 19th, so we'll see how that works. Although the high transmission speeds and notable features of the technology, there does not appear to be a common world application that could put this technology to use in mass. The high deployment costs of the technology have also put a damper on its rollout, with operators opting for a slow pace until usage really picks up. That's not true at all. We already know when they tell you that this is coming, that they already have the ability to do it and to do it in scale. It's just about easing people in. That's all it's about. They have to constantly ease people in, get people more comfortable, right? Make things even better, but have them eased in so that they're used to it, right? With, like I've always said, like with beepers to cell phones, right? To, with credit cards, the credit card to the chip, now to the getting it on your phone, getting it on your watch, scanning on a wristband at concerts and festivals instead of using cash. These are all ways they ease people into this. So it doesn't seem planned, so that they're comfortable with it. So it's not something out of the blue that frightens them, because by easing them, it won't frighten them, this type of technology. So when people see 5G and people will be getting sick and ill, they'll tell them it's something completely different. There's nothing to do with it, just like we see now with the outbreak. There's nothing to do with a potion. You're out of your mind. It's been 6 months since they've gotten it. Oh, and they just suddenly have this type of failure inside of their body. Nothing to do with it, though. They were perfectly fine at that time. Well, this is life, Call. This is what happens to people. They get sick. You can't pinpoint it. Exactly. That's how they operate. You can't pinpoint it back or trace it back, because it doesn't happen instantly, then people won't believe it. So the same goes with this type of technology as far as easing people in. People aren't going to see the effects of 5G because they're not going to be told about it. So then they're going to be ready for 6G, and people will be literally connecting to this because of certain things they're putting inside their body. So I want to get people aware that the 6G, at least of this news, that they're starting to get ready to hint people at it as far as how fast people can download, and be aware of why, what's going on in the world today is everything to do with 6G. The metaverse, the human body, what's happening to the human body and the transformation, all of it ties together. And again, I have a video on Graph that's up on my other channel, The Fire Rises. If you haven't seen it yet, go over there and watch it. It's pinned below. Subscribe to the channel as well. I'll be uploading more videos about this so you have a better understanding of it. I hope you're all doing well. I thank you for being here. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. God bless all of you and your families.